Little Miss Recap contains adult language and is intended for entertainment purposes only. Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we force our kids to live on a houseboat. Because we want to live on a houseboat. And also, fuck the kids.
Also, that's not a houseboat.
I know.
It's not a houseboat. Like, it's a boat that you're living on. Mm-hmm. And I've known people who have I used to be friends with a woman who had a lovely townhouse. She and her husband sold everything, moved onto a boat, and lived there for a couple of years and loved it. But they were two adult people.
Yeah.
Who were like living a woohoo party life. So having a boat was great.
I'm going to save all my rage for Mama Plath for that segment.
Okay, that's fine.
But just know I'm coming for her.
Honey, I'm coming for everybody on this show except for Olivia.
Yeah.
Except for Olivia.
Guys, important news. There's a chicken nugget update. Chicken nugget update. Sorry. Also, chicken nugget update. I ate 10 yesterday.
Oh,
okay, now.
I haven't had chicken nuggets in a long time.
Oh, I stopped and got a 10-piece with the hot mustard.
It was medicinal, wasn't it?
It was medicinal.
It was medicinal. Mm-hmm. I understand.
Yes. So Thick and Nugget update, guys. If you don't know who Thick and Nugget is,
where have you been all your life?
He is a fat cat who was forced to join a swim team to lose weight. And he is body shamed and fat shamed his entire stay at this shelter. But the shelter, I hear from backdoor friends who live near it, does great work.
Okay.
Great shelter.
Okay. And I don't feel like they were body shaming him so much because of his weight.
They're trying to help him.
They're trying to help him because his little joints hurt.
And I want to shout out Heather, and you know who you are, Heather. I won't last name you. In our backdoor friends who got the perfect screenshot of Thick and Nugget.
Yes.
Which is now going to go on my twin flame board.
Yeah. Looking a little ornery. A little pissy, but still real cute and real thick and nuggety.
Yeah, he's got like little fangs showing. And yeah. So Thick and Nugget, whose real name is Ty, whose Christian name is Ty.
No, Thick and Nugget.
Mm-hmm. He's lost about 4 pounds.
Which is big when you weigh 20.
And now he's able to walk around the shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just being on the swim team for his which is good for his joints. Some backdoor friends may have noticed my freak out in the comments of the shelter asking why they renamed him, but I was responded to and they told me that's his Christian name.
Okay. So his given name is Ty, but we call him Thick and Nugget. It's like me. My given name is Amanda. My family calls me Buzzy. Same thing.
Yes. It's like me. My given name is Amy. The rest of the family calls me Never. they never even refer to me. No, I don't have a nickname. Some people call me Aim.
I mean, that's a very normal Amy nickname.
Yeah, if Timmy says Aim, I'm like, what's wrong?
Oh.
Yeah. Timmy never calls me by my name. It's usually Babe.
Todd.
We got a little Gypsy Rose thing going over here. Baby, baby.
Rarely calls me by my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really call each other by our names.
Call me by my name, Todd.
Call me by my name. Oh, that movie was so beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's a shame Armie Hammer's such a garbage person, but then it's not, in some ways, it's not his fault. His whole family's garbage.
Right. If you come from a garbage family, it's sometimes
hard not to be garbage.
Yeah.
But God, he's fucking hot. Jesus Christ.
Speaking of garbage families.
Yes.
Guys, we will be covering this season of Plathville every Thursday, as you're getting today. Amanda will be leading from now on. I'm going to do the pilot, and then Amanda will be leading.
I wonder how Aaliyah's doing. Leah and Sean.
Too.
How are they doing? I hope she's okay.
Also coming to, let me get my announcements up. Hold on.
Yeah, we got a whole shit ton of things coming.
We got a whole bunch of things changing, and I just want to go over everything with everybody so that we're clear on what's happening. Okay, so you are listening to this on Thursday, the 18th, which is my mother-in-law's 80th birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
So I will have to get my shit together to get something over there for Thursday. Okay. Tomorrow, you're going to be hearing Gypsy Rose, episodes 4 and 5. That's Life After Lockup, Gypsy Rose? Yes, Life After.
So is that coming on Friday, or do you mean that's coming on Tuesday?
Nope, that's going to come on Friday.
Okay, just making sure we were going forward from the right date. Okay.
We're going forward.
This is a me problem, not a you problem. You know what's happening. I don't.
And then Saturday, you're going to get another drop of My So-Called Life on that $12 tier.
Mhm.
So if you're on Patreon, you're going to get your Gypsy Rose. And if you're on the $12 tier, you're going to get My So-Called Life. Now, next week, I'm on vacation. However, we are pre-recording, so you're going to get Forbidden Love, the premiere.
Cannot wait.
This is a new Matt Sharp show. We're very excited. There's an Amish person on it.
Mhm.
That's what I'm most excited for.
I'm most excited for the Amish person, and I'm most excited for the Orthodox Jew, because I don't know how that's going to work. It'll be very interesting.
So that's going to drop on your Tuesdays. That show airs Sunday night at 10 o'clock. You may know that as the Sister Wives slot.
Mm-hmm.
So now Forbidden Love's going to be in it. So, like I was telling Amanda, if Forbidden Love's 10 episodes, which I think it's going to be,
September 29th, we get Sister Wives.
we're going to get it at the end of September. If it's only 8, we're going to get mid-September. So we'll see. And I think that's all the announcements. Yeah, you got your Sister Wives rewatch. You got House of Dragon 90 Day UK. So we're good.
We're good. Okay, awesome.
Let's get into this. Okay. All right.
Let's go there. Let's go visit Plathville.
Do I have a title? No, I don't.
The episode title is You Kept the Plants Alive.
Welcome to Plathville Season 6, Episode 1, You Kept the Plants Alive.
Mm-hmm.
We open with the retrospective of who the Plaths used to be, narrated by Moriah.
Mm-hmm.
And I have thoughts on that overall.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to go by location. Okay, so we're going to start in
Your
South
thoughts
Florida.
on it as a storytelling device, or
no? I have
Moriah
thoughts on it as who the Plaths are, which I'll share at the end.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
So South Florida, Micah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know what is going on here, but for some reason, Micah's girlfriend,
with the girlfriend in witness protection,
has not consented to be on camera.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
This is a bizarre move, and if I were the producers, I would be like, well, sorry, Micah, then we're not filming you.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. We can't not have your girlfriend on. Second of all, we know, Mary Payne knows who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Because, in case folks aren't Pink Shade listeners, which I don't know why you're not, but if you're not,
mm-hmm.
Mary Payne saw the story of the girlfriend. Like, she did an Insta story.
Mm-hmm.
Either did hashtag Plathville, tagged Micah, whatever. Somehow came upon Mary Payne's feed. Mary Payne screenshotted it and reposted it, because basically she was like, we're filming. Yay.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, she came after Mary Payne and asked her to take it down. And Mary Payne did, because she didn't want to get in trouble with the powers that be.
I think there's only three options here.
Okay.
First of all, I am picking up that she's Eastern European. I don't know why. I just feel like she is. So that means she is either Natalie from 90 Day.
Or Yara.
Yara from 90 Day. Or Bjorn.
Bjorn? Who's Bjorn?
Bjorn.
Who's Bjorn?
just I'm making up a name.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Bjorn's like the Swedish person.
Got it.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this is Nuttily from 90 Day Fiancé. It's Nuttily.
Her hair's gotten really long and straight, and she brushes it for about 12 minutes of the episode.
Think about it. If you're Natalie, you're not going to want everyone to know that you've ditched Josh and
moved over to Plathville.
Come over to Plathville.
That you've downgraded from 90 Day to Plathville.
No, seriously though, what is happening here?
I don't know. Does she have a job where maybe she can't be? Like her job didn't consent?
I don't know, but
I think this
she
woman's
doesn't
a nightmare.
seem my third option was that she's Maris Crane.
Oh, okay. That could be it. Ooh, that's a really good one. I think she's a nightmare.
I do too.
Oh yeah.
That's why I feel like she could be Natalie.
And I think Micah's in an abusive relationship with her.
I do too.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's Natalie.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Natalie's abuse, though, is innocuous abuse. I'm not sure this woman's innocuous.
Natalie is just very demanding.
And very insecure.
And she would wear dresses like those, you have to admit.
She would. She absolutely would.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
but Natalie can't afford that house.
Anyway, he's moved in with someone, and he says, we did long distance for a long time, but I had to move because I felt a real deep connection when I saw her on The Single Life, 90 Day The Single Life. I wrote, this girl can't be on camera. This is fucking weird. Why are we doing this? She's a very, very tall, Swedish looking woman. And if we can't see her, we're just going to make it up.
Okay.
She's Natalie.
That's fine. I can live with Natalie.
All we know about this woman is she leaves him a lot of chores to do.
Uh-huh.
And they're in love, and he doesn't give a fuck. if his parents care that he's living with her.
And she has a lot of designer purses. I think this girl is a pretty little princess. Pretty princess.
And who else do we know is a pretty little princess?
Natalie, but again, she doesn't have the money to buy the house or the purses.
She fits the profile.
Okay, I think it's got to be her.
I think maybe she was squatting in the house.
Oh, okay.
And pretended it was hers.
It's a really nice looking house for a squatter.
She is in Florida.
This is true. But she was in Tampa, St. Pete's, not in Miami.
She could move. Guys, come at me if you think this is Natalie from 90 Day.
And come at me if you think Amy's full of shit.
How fucking amazing would it be if at the end of the season
they revealed it was Natalie?
They revealed it was Natalie. I would be like,
and she leaves. And she leaves Micah. She leaves Micah for Josh. Josh. I wonder how Josh's son is. I hope he's okay.
I do too. Yeah. So Micah says, I love having a girlfriend, but I haven't seen any of my friends and I miss them. So he invites his buddy Will out to visit.
Who the hell's this guy?
I don't know, but he's got braces now.
Where's the cute one that was making all the Indian food? What was his name?
Oh, I forget what his name was.
But he was adorable.
He was cute.
Yeah.
Micah says, this is a real fun party.
Okay.
Now we see him installing fences, or we hear that he's installing fences. He's not modeling anymore. So this is what I want to say. The Plath's lives without Olivia in it
aren't good.
Not improved.
No. No one is happier.
Nope. He's not modeling anymore, not chasing the dream, not living in LA. He's installing fences in South Florida.
As you do.
Which is fine work.
Oh, there's no shame in that. But this was the guy who was running around LA like I'm the next hot model.
Yeah. And could have been.
I do believe was doing what Jake and Matt suggested that he did, which is live with much older gay men for whom he did chores.
I agree.
He was living in some rich old gay man's bathhouse or pool house. Yeah.
So Will tells the camera, Micah seems happy, but he hesitates a little bit. And then he's like, well, I did see them fighting and it was...
yeah, he does not like the girlfriend.
We talk about the girlfriend and Micah says he loves her and she's such a hard worker and she's super strong-willed. Again, Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
Except the hard worker part.
Natalie's not a particularly hard worker. She just wants to go hug trees.
He says, now I want your thoughts on this sentence.
Okay.
You never find a soulmate, you create one. That's an interesting thought.
I think there is some truth to that. I don't think it's entirely. I mean, I don't think you can like set your beeline on somebody a la Natalie and like Josh is now my soulmate and I'm going to, beat him into submission to become my soulmate. Emotionally beat him into submission. Twin flame. I do think though you can meet somebody with whom you have a connection and you can together build up that connection.
You know what that sounds like to me?
What?
Somebody who's settling for somebody they're not really into.
That could very well be it as well.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think.
Would you? Is there
love is an active choice?
Is there a world in which you would say Todd is not your soulmate?
No.
And I wouldn't say that about Timmy.
But here's the thing: I also don't think you just get one soulmate.
I agree with you. I think you get various quote unquote
soul
soulmates.
Connections.
I even hate that term. Okay?
I do too.
But let's just say it's like a true love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think you get many. Yes, I agree with you.
You're my friend soulmate.
Aw, you're my friend twin flame.
Oh shit. Okay. You're showing up with a knife at my door one day.
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This coming out of the mouth of a 22-year-old tells me he's settling.
I don't think he's happy with this girl. I think she does things to him in the bedroom that he's into, but I think he's scared of her.
If he were twice or thrice divorced and like maybe 55, 56 years old and was saying like, sometimes you have to create, that would make more sense to me than a 22-year-old who's supposedly like over the moon about this girl.
Right. Yeah. Are you?
You're settling. Okay.
You're settling.
Which I don't know why.
Girl.
Why? In what world does Micah Plath have to settle?
Here's the thing though. Okay, Micah's pretty. I don't find him attractive. That's not my type at all. But he's objectively a very good looking man. By all traditional standards of beauty.
Yes.
There's nothing there. There's no
I agree,
there.
But
he's not going to grab a woman of substance.
I don't think a lot of women are going to care about that when they see him.
Perhaps not. But then that's going to be the kind of woman who doesn't care. Like I would care.
I would care, and that would be the only reason I'm not with somebody like Micah Plath.
That's it. Just because you're pretty doesn't mean I'm going to let go of the fact that I need you to be a person of substance.
Right. Yeah.
And a woman of substance is going to feel that way. He's just going to get vapid, woohoo girls.
Well, Natalie doesn't have real high expectations.
She doesn't. As long as he is willing to pump a baby in her, that is all we
22,
need.
22, he could pump a few babies in there.
Well, she's going to run out of time before he will.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like Bratz doll. You can't have 7 babies if you're starting at 46. It just doesn't work.
No, the math ain't mathin'.
No.
So let's scoot on over to St. Mark's, Florida. I looked it up. This is on the Gulf side.
I've been there.
Just below Tallahassee. It's on a bay.
Yeah. I have a friend who lived in Tallahassee, and we would go, they would also go sometime on Plath to St. George Beach. I've been there too. It's beautiful. And there's all these rivers, but they feel more marshy, but you get to see manatees. And I love me a manatee.
Really?
Sort of like you're feeling about whales. I feel about manatees. I saw mama and a baby, and I squealed like a child.
So you're equally obsessed and terrified.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I got you.
They're so cute.
So Mama Plath says, the last few months have been a transition for me and the girls. I live in Florida now, which is kind of full circle because this is where I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
And she says her divorce is not final yet. And basically she has no money.
She filed.
Refuses to work.
Right. And they just filed. And Grady Central Dance Studio went.
Yeah.
Crashed real hard.
So she says Ken asked her to move in with him, but she thought long and hard about it. And she thinks she just needs time for herself right now. I think they broke up.
I think they broke up too.
They're done, right?
Yeah. She's not doing long term with David Duke.
She 100% would have moved in with David Duke.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Do we know on socials if they're posting together?
I don't know. He's not on Instagram anymore. So I'm going to guess they broke up.
Oh, I'm thinking so too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you and I were talking off air about the person who posted in the Facebook group.
Yes, of spending a great deal of time searching down someone's Facebook timeline to figure out if they'd gone through a breakup or a divorce or something like that. I too fell prey to that last night.
I want to just say I thought this was just a me problem. So I'm glad I have validation from the BDFs. Mm-hmm. And Backdoor Friends is our Facebook group, guys. Get in there if you haven't already. And this person said that they were pretty obsessed with finding out when it happened. And I thought, I do that too.
I do too.
When did it happen? I need to know when the split happened and kind of why, but you don't really get a why usually.
You can't get a why, but I figured out a time period where I think it happened.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because some of the tone of this person's post changed. Some of the photos that this person was posting changed.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I just have a feeling, and I'm just trying to figure it out. And it's not because I wish these people ill will. I thought they were a lovely couple, but I'm just nosy.
Yep.
I just like to know what's happening.
I will say that Reddit has Micah's girlfriend on there, and her name's Veronica.
Okay, Veronica.
Okay, but I'm calling her Natalie.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. All right. So we think that they're broken up because Ken Palmer, David Duke, is no longer on Facebook.
Correct.
Or Instagram.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I found a post by Isaac where he tagged him because when he left working with him, because remember he worked for Ken, because that doesn't make this at all weirder.
Right.
I clicked on it and the page is no longer available.
Good. Maybe his Nazi shit was taken down.
Maybe. That would be great.
Yeah. Okay. So she claims that she turned Ken down to live with them. I don't believe
I think he dumped her.
Yep. So she bought a houseboat, Amanda, and this is a 33-foot Chris Craft. It's fucking tiny.
It's tiny.
It's tiny.
It is tiny.
They have to use the bathroom at the marina. I'm enraged by this. Because
this is ridiculous.
Mama Plath does what she wants to do, and these kids have to follow, right? Mm-hmm. So the whole we're raising you without technology, we're raising you without soda, we're raising you without Christian joy. Homeschooling you, you're quiverful. That was all her wants.
Yep. And now that she doesn't want that so much anymore, now her kids just have to go along blindly.
Mm-hmm.
What does she do? Is she fucking homeschooling them in this 33-foot boat?
You know what this tells me? She doesn't have custody of them.
No, she doesn't.
Nope.
They're primarily at Barry's.
Yep. She has 3 daughters still at home with her. Amber's 14,
mm-hmm.
Cassie is 12, and I think Mercy is 10. They didn't give us Mercy's age, but I think she's 10.
Yeah.
You're going to take 3 tween girls, 2 of whom are probably close to going through puberty,
and shove them on a boat.
Put them in a boat where they have no privacy.
Right. They have to sleep together in the front cabin. I know it has a name. I can't remember.
I hate this woman.
She is such a garbage person, and she is such a garbage parent.
Because you're telling me that Barry would not help you out to get a 3-bedroom apartment for these girls.
He absolutely would.
Also,
you own like 29 properties. That's stop renting one out.
If you don't have money, fine. There's a lot of, when you're in the middle of a divorce, there's a lot of single parents who are like, I can only have 1 bedroom. I got to sleep on the couch. My kids, whatever you have to do, you have to do. These people have money.
Yes.
That is not an excuse.
No. And I'm sure the reason that the divorce hasn't happened is because Kim's trying to be an asshole about it.
Oh, I'm positive.
Yeah.
Positive. Yeah.
Look, I don't like Barry at all.
I don't either.
But he's the better parent.
He has proven to be the better parent.
He has stepped up his parenting in a way that many men wind up having to do upon a divorce when the primary parent has been the mother and they realize, oh shit, now I'm alone with these kids.
The primary parent here has not been Kim. It's been Lydia.
It's been Lydia. Exactly.
Yeah. So, fine. They have to use public bathrooms in this marina.
I mean, there is a head in the thing, but there's a better bathroom.
Yeah.
Up. Yeah. Fuck that.
So Amber's 14 and she's like, I don't fucking know what's going on here.
Amber is the one that I have the most hope for of the Plaths.
Yeah. Yeah. Cassia's 12. I said Mercy's maybe 10. Mama Plath says, well, they're used to this whole huge house and I wanted them to have a waterfront property. She is such a fucking narcissist. I wanted them to have it.
Yeah.
It's just, she is.
I just think that this is waterfront property. No, you're living on a tiny ass boat with 3 teen girls. Stop.
Ethan always told us she was the one with the power. And we're seeing it here.
She does whatever the fuck she wants, and everyone else has to just come along with her.
These kids, they're all going to grow up and hate her. I guarantee it.
As well they should.
So she wants to have a sleepover with, and I just wrote, she makes yet another terrible decision to teach her kids humility. They don't need to be humbled.
No.
They grew up without electricity, dude.
They were basically in an outhouse. They're fine.
So she wants a sleepover on the boat with all of her children. Where are you going to fucking put them, moron?
What? She, Moriah, Amber, and Lydia are all gonna have to sleep in the same bed?
Oh, she wants Ethan there. She wants Isaac there.
Well, Ethan, Isaac, and Micah will be in the front cabin. Yeah. All 3 of them, and then she and the girls will be in the back cabin.
She's an idiot. I hate her so much. I looked at rentals in Tallahassee.
Oh, okay.
Tallahassee, what? Half-hour drive from this?
Yeah, thereabouts. Okay. A half hour, 45 minutes, thereabouts.
You can get a 3-bedroom apartment. It's not great, but it exists for $1,300 a month, Amanda.
Yeah, I mean, Tallahassee's a college town. So there's going to be cheap housing.
Florida has cheap real estate.
It does. Depending on where you are, yes.
You can get something for, let's even say $1,500.
Yeah.
You can get something.
And you're on this fucking show, lady. You can afford this.
You're going to tell me Barry wouldn't help you out with that. You're going to tell me a judge wouldn't say to you, Barry has to pay
child support,
alimony, or alimony, whatever, for you to live here.
I mean, he probably does have to pay alimony because she's never worked.
Yeah. I don't think he has to pay child support, though, because I don't think she has the kids.
Yeah. He might not.
So this is a Chris Craft 33-foot boat. I looked it up. If she bought it used, which it looks like it's like from the 70s, this model.
Oh, that boat has been well worn.
It's probably $25K. Okay. That's rent for 2 years if you have a $1,200 a month apartment.
I'm glad you did the math on this.
I did. Okay. So I'm trying to get the name of the boat. It looks like it might be Moon Glow.
It's got some moon something. I was trying to get the name of the boat too. I couldn't.
I think it's fucking stupid. That's the name of the boat.
Stupid.
So Kim tells the camera, my life is really simple now.
Oh,
and I've just been trying to figure out what I'm going to do and where I'm going to land. And I do miss that big house, but I'd rather be on the fucking streets than with who. That's basically what she says.
Well, look, I wouldn't want to be married to Barry either, but I think she's the bigger nightmare to be married to than him.
Yeah, I agree.
The thing he did is he ignored her. Like that's his transgression.
And don't forget, this is a woman who went to college, who partied it up, and then deprived her children of those experiences because she fucked it up so royally and didn't want them to do it.
Right.
Literally talked her kids out of going to college. That enrages me.
We're going to talk about Ethan in a minute, but I know I said in Backdoor Friends, like he's got a very mechanically aimed mind. Like he could very easily have been a great engineer and had a great career.
Yeah.
And made a lot of money.
Yep. So now we're going to go over to K-Row. Okay. Barry. The thumb on leg. Barry's
just looks like a thumb person.
He's just jogging through the streets.
Right.
And he says, I have to mentally prepare myself and, to go through this divorce and not get as frustrated as I have been. So
he is bulking up like no one's business.
Basically, he's telling us, like, I'm raging and having real bad anger issues. And so I'm just throwing it into exercising.
I'm dealing with it by lifting very heavy things on a regular basis. Which, hey, if that's how you need to channel your rage, that's a very healthy way to do it.
Yeah, because I think Barry has two switches. He channels his rage into fitness, or he channels his rage into murdering young women he picks up along the highway. So, like, I'd rather him do this.
Little Miss Recap does not suggest that Barry Plath is a mass murderer. Okay. I just needed to put that out there. I need to get us a good little
saying, are there missing women in K-Row?
Probably are. I mean, that's the kind of place where women go missing. Like those like small towns in the South that no one's ever heard of.
Agreed.
That's where women go missing.
Well, I'm just saying, this guy.
If someone's going missing in and around Cairo, Georgia, someone needs to get to Barry's house.
Be honest with me. If I text you, oh my God, Amanda, Barry Plath was just arrested for murder,
I would not be shocked.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Not in the least.
Nope. Okay, so now he says, I have a running partner and it's Moriah. And we get an ass shot of her for some reason, but okay.
I like that we're like trying to make it seem like he's a girlfriend. I knew it was Moriah right away.
Yeah, me too.
Before they even showed her, I was like, you're running with Moriah.
If Barry Plath is never around young, hot women, if he is, it's to lure them in the car and get rid of them later. Justice for Barry's victims.
I like that in your story, Barry Plath has become a murderer. Okay, good.
That's in my story. I am not saying Barry Plath is a murderer. I'm saying I'm having fun with the fictional world.
In which Barry Plath is a murderer.
Okay. Yes. All right. Yeah, I can't get sued. I mean, they can't take my above ground pool.
No, they cannot. You're falling off the cliff above ground pool.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. So he says, I'm so glad that Moriah's home. I, as a father, am welcoming her with open arms. Now, I said this last year. I covered Plathville season 5 on Hey Bunky with Mary Payne if you want to go back and listen.
And you guys did a great job at it.
Thank you. I said he played this chef's kiss. He played this divorce beautifully. You could not have scripted a better situation. I mean, he knew exactly what he needed to do. He played Dad of the Year. He says all the right things. It's all performative.
Oh, of course. But
we know the other side to him.
He's not the murderer. He's knocking it out of the park.
Right. He's on camera. He is knocking it out of the park. Yeah. And Kim is like
dying,
raging behind the scenes.
The fact that everyone in America now thinks Barry Plath is a good parent and not her. And she's like, that's why she's getting DUIs all the time, because she's drinking herself into an oblivion.
But it's the long game. He's playing the long game and he's winning.
Yes, he is.
She's down there on her houseboat, like smashing Precious Moments figurines and shit, just freaking out. All right. So Moriah says, I've only been home for a week and I love Tampa, but I needed to come home and save money and figure out my next step, which is what you do. It
is what you do. And she's never been launched properly. So of course she's going to keep falling back, and that's fine.
She says she moved out when she was 17 and she was rebellious and she really needs a reset now. Mm-hmm. For some reason.
She needs a trauma-informed therapist is what she needs, because this child is clearly
going through something. Oof.
Jesus.
Dad gave her the master bedroom. That's weird.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, you're in the bedroom where your parents were banging?
Yeah, no.
That's a weird space I don't ever want to visit.
No. No, that's worse than me sleeping in the bed I was conceived in.
That's right, you did. So Dad says the bang bedroom was vacant and Moriah and Blackjack are putting it to good use.
Can we talk about what a menace Blackjack is?
Oh, this dog. You know what he reminds me of? What is that movie? Oh, I need a minute to look this up.
Cujo?
No.
Just because we're going right through Stephen King in every show we're talking about, so Cujo would be a good fit here.
Okay, so there was this movie, and it was called. Oh, this is a deep cut.
Okay,
it was called The Disorderlies.
I've never even heard of this.
And it came out in 1987, and it features the Fat Boys. Remember them?
Oh God, yes. Okay, yeah.
I want to say there were dogs in that movie that looked like these dogs, like these picture dogs.
Okay.
Oh God, am I right or am I wrong?
You're pulling a movie of nearly 40 years ago.
No, I'm right.
Okay. Yeah, I believe you.
These dogs just kept terrorizing the Fat Boys.
Not only did you pull out a 40-year-old movie, you pulled out a 40-year-old movie that no one has heard of.
Nobody's heard of this.
Except for you. Okay. Whatever.
They're like dogs. Blackjack is like a dog that would guard a rich person's house.
Yes.
To go back to our Annie stuff that we've been talking about with Gypsy Rose, if you went to Daddy Warbucks, this dog would be there.
Yes. At the door. Mm-hmm. That kind of thing.
And you would be afraid. It's like something right out of an 80s movie, like The Disorderlies. Wait, I need to see who was in this movie.
The Fat Boys.
The Fat Boys were definitely in it, but who else? Because there was like an old man who was, the Disorderlies were like his nurse. What's happening?
Fuck is this movie?
Anthony Geary?
I don't even know who that is.
Isn't he on a soap opera? Isn't that Tony from General Hospital?
Look it up too. Good God, woman. Okay, The Disorderlies.
Oh, it's Luke Spencer. Luke Spencer from General Hospital. Luke and Laura. Luke.
Oh, okay.
He's in it. Okay.
Darren Robinson. Whoever the hell that is.
He's one of the Fat Boys.
Okay.
All right.
Mark Morales.
Yeah, so Buffy,
there's like literally no one I've heard of in this movie.
Boys, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nobody. This is a movie one person saw, and their name was Amy.
Right. For a split second, though, I was scrolling down and I saw the writer was Mark Feldberg, and for a second I thought it said Mark Wahlberg, and I got really freaked out. But okay, it's not. It's fine.
Yeah.
Cinematic masterpiece, Disorderlies.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, Blackjack is he's also murdering people.
He's a menace. This dog is a menace.
She tells us that Isaac is off flying and Lydia is off traveling. Good for you, Lydia. Get the fuck out of here.
But you know she's not doing real traveling.
Yeah, she's going to Christian sites.
Exactly.
She's at the, She's
singing in Christian churches around America.
Yeah, she's at the Vatican.
So wrong flavor of Christianity, but okay.
That's all I know. It's the only reference I get. Okay.
I understand.
I almost said she's at the Wailing Wall. That was real wrong.
That was real wrong.
Yeah. No, she's not there. I at least know that's wrong. So they have a prearranged conversation by the fire pit. Mm-hmm. They get their scripts out. Let me get my script.
The producer said we need to talk about how long you can stay here.
Dad says, so things did not go well for you in Tampa. That is a shame. It is much cheaper to live here. That's why I like small towns. And Moriah says, there's another reason I left Tampa.
Dun, dun, dun.
And she tells the camera, I've been through hell and I have to sort some shit out. She says, I had a relationship and one day I found out some stuff he had kept from me and that's why I came home and I haven't told anyone. Is this Max?
No, I don't think so.
It can't be, right?
It can't be. Because she broke up with Max like 4 years ago.
Well, you know how these people milk a storyline.
I understand, but I don't think it's Max.
I didn't think so either. And so that leaves me to wonder,
Max how did Reddit named Captain with the K?
I can't even. How did Reddit let this slip by that Moriah Plath was in a relationship?
I don't know. Where's Starcasm? Get her on this.
Starcasm. Get down to Tampa. How much? What's in the budget for Starcasm?
I don't know, but how much of your budget is dedicated to Plathville? Because more needs to be dedicated.
Well, how much of your budget is dedicated to flying to Tampa to report on Moriah Plath's new boyfriend?
Not enough, clearly, because you're not there doing
20?
it. Go for it.
Now let's go to Victoria, Minnesota.
Okay. I'm here. I'm with you. I'm ready. Let's go.
I want to talk a little bit about my experience and my background with these two. I just want to say this.
Yes, if folks are newer to you and your experience of Ethan and Olivia, go ahead.
Okay. So I was Olivia Plath in my former life. And this is why I love her so much. And this is why this whole situation enrages me, because my ex-husband's family, very, like, kind of similar, like not homeschooled and stuff like that, but like just, you know, kind of secluded, a little bit of sheltered. There was a lot of them. The money wasn't there to, you know, give everybody a great experience, whatever. Fine. Good people, love them all, fine, whatever. But I came in and I was especially close with his three little sisters, who were like 7, 5, and 3, maybe, when I met them.
Okay.
Because my ex was the oldest of 7.
Okay.
And so I feel like I partly raised these girls. Like I was in their life for 10 years, which is a formative time.
Absolutely.
And I did everything with them. I went to parent-teacher conferences with them sometimes because their mom worked like second shift and couldn't do all that kind of stuff. So I did all of this stuff. I gave my heart and my soul and my life to these girls.
Yeah.
And then guess what happened when we got divorced?
Never heard from them again.
Never heard from, like, they just turned on me.
Wow. So
like I feel that betrayal that Olivia felt and that just crushing pain. And it enrages me.
I understand.
For her.
I understand.
Yes.
Olivia has been done so dirty by this whole family.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know that there is a lot of Olivia hate out in the world. You will not be getting that here.
You won't get that here. If you're
and
looking for that, go somewhere else.
Hill. Yeah, this is a hill I will die on. I think Olivia is an extraordinary person. I think that it is fascinating to watch her completely deconstruct the cult she was born into.
Yep.
And I love watching her blossom.
I also want to say, I agree with you. I also want to say that for a long time, I believed in their love. And let me just be clear.
I did too.
Let me just be clear. That's where the similarities between Olivia and I end. I was not raised in a cult. I did not have the same kind of relationship with my ex-husband that she had with Ethan.
Right.
I truly believe that she loved
They were good for a long time.
They were good for each other for a long time. I believed in their love.
Same.
I have said on Hey Bunky many times, there's something about Ethan that reminds me of Timmy. Timmy is very... First of all, he's so into cars. He's so mechanically inclined. He was discouraged from pursuing that as an education. And there's a gentleness and a kindness to Ethan that I think Timmy also possesses. However, that's where those similarities end.
Right.
Because Timmy would not sit there and tell me to get in the kitchen and cook dinner.
No.
Timmy would not tell me that he needs a list and I need to comply to all the things on the list.
Correct.
Timmy, thank goodness, traveled for 10 years on his own, got out, saw the world, dated strong, independent women, and kind of had a different experience.
He had an education. It was just a different education.
It was a different type of education. Yes. Yeah. Timmy's an avid reader. He's traveled. Yes, 100%. He's self-educated. Ethan has had the potential to be there. Had the potential. I think
for Olivia a second I thought you were going to cry.
No, I think Olivia could have brought him there.
I do too, but he didn't want to go.
He at that last minute he didn't want to go, and that's what's so frustrating about this relationship. Like he was so close, Amanda. He was half out that door, and his fear and his. I think it's mostly based in fear.
I think so too.
Sucked him back.
It's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking. These two Ethan did not have to go this way.
No. And I don't think Ethan is a bad person.
No, I don't think he is either. I think he just grew up in a real fucked up paradigm that serves him very well. Because I think that was one of the great parts that Olivia said at the end of last season is like, yes, you want to go back to that because it works for you. It was created by you, not him personally, but it was created by...
A system created by straight white men.
Yep. And she's like, that doesn't work for me. Particularly the way you want to live in that system. Like the way, say, Timmy and Todd live in that system that was still created by straight white men is very different than the way Ethan lives in it.
Right. There's an awareness there.
Yes.
Yes.
There's absolutely an awareness.
Yep. Yeah. So what is your overall experience with these two? Did you believe in their love?
I did believe in their love.
Olivia could have gotten out of this and should have gotten out of this? What are your thoughts?
I did always believe in their love. So I came to Plathville like a season late. I did not jump on the train initially, but
yeah.
So I had like a lot to watch at first. And I thought when they moved to Tampa and they were living with Micah and Moriah, I thought that was where they had the best potential.
I agree.
They seemed to be doing really well. Her business was booming. They were traveling. Mm-hmm. Ethan was working on his cars and stuff. He was working like as a copier repair guy or something. Like he had a good job. She had a good job. They were doing really well. I thought that he could have left. I think Kim and Barry breaking up really fucked him up.
Yes.
I think that made him want to double back down on his family.
I think Olivia, I don't want to say this as a pejorative because it's not. But I think she just went a little too progressive for him. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? And like Ethan's
he's never going to go to Pride.
Right. He's never going to be the guy hanging out Pride.
No.
Unfortunately.
Because
that'd be hot.
That would be hot.
But he is like, I think he could go 80% of where Olivia was. He could never go 100. She deserves better. She deserves somebody who's going to meet her where she is. She's pushing back against her upbringing in a way that Ethan is not prepared to push back against his.
No. And
because it serves him, like you said.
She deserves someone who's going to treat her as a full partner. He was never going to treat her as a full partner because that's not how he was socialized to treat his wife.
And I think within his community, he was the outlier. Like what he was doing seemed groundbreaking.
Yes.
And I don't know the word I'm looking for, like forward thinking and opening up, right? Progressive.
He was at least open to new experiences.
In his culture.
But outside his culture standards.
But outside of his culture standards.
No.
And also, I want to push back against Moriah and the idea that Olivia somehow brainwashed her. Moriah was going to rebel against this family.
100%.
Thank you to Olivia, who kept her in a controlled, safe space to do that.
Notice Moriah went off the rails as soon as Olivia was gone.
Yeah.
She's got 17 million tattoos. She's living with this Cujo-esque disorderly's dog who has never seen a trainer in its life. She is flailing around the world. She's clearly unhappy. She's going back to God. She's leaving God. She's
relationship that she can't talk about. She's letting Barry, the psycho killer, dunk her in a river.
That's right.
Jesus. Okay.
No, I think Olivia was really good for Moriah.
I need a name for him. Similar to like Green River Killer, but gotta think about it.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, let's go to these two.
Okay.
So I just wrote, Ethan has an acoustic guitar and this is how we open. Now.
Yes. Did it turn you on?
It did not.
I knew it wouldn't because you're now so soured on him.
That's not all. That's not all.
He cannot redeem himself. Okay.
Yes, but he's too clean cut.
Yeah. He has a job.
He has a baby face.
Yeah.
And the song wasn't good.
The song was not good.
So
this was no Samantha and Rick Springfield.
So I wrote, thank God he has a baby face and freshly shaven and looks 15. Now I'm immune to this.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm, good. It was the beard that was really throwing you off for like a season.
The beard really fucked with me. It really did. I was like, and again, I think I find him hot because of this semblance to Timmy. Yeah. I need to separate those two.
Ethan and Timmy are not the same in most ways.
So it's been months since he's seen Olivia. She went to California and he's riding out the lease in the apartment. He says it's a mutual decision. He didn't want it, but there's no way that they can make this work together. Right. He said at first he was hurt and that turned to anger. And now he's just sitting there playing songs on the guitar, crying. Mm-hmm. On the weekends, he goes to his grandparents to work on his cars. He works 2 jobs and goes to the gym a lot. So again, he's also rage bulking. And he says, now the lease is up and we have to move, and Olivia is coming to pack up the rest of her stuff. This is sad.
Dun, dun. It is sad.
Olivia, she's driving and she says, hopefully in this visit, we're going to get the divorce paper signed. We revisit the list and the kids' conversation, which was real hard to watch.
I want to know what was on that list.
Me too.
I want to know the 3 things on that list.
What could they have been?
They have to raise their kids in the church, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And all that goes with that.
Yeah. She can't work. Maybe he doesn't want her to work.
No, I don't think he minded her working, because it afforded them a great life. I don't think he minded her working, but I think it was probably this Cody Brown shit. He has to be the head of the family. She's not an equal.
Yeah. She didn't want to raise her kids in those church and in that church. I don't blame her. I
don't blame her either.
I'm telling you, the game changes, and Timmy will tell you this. The game changes when you have daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Then suddenly it's like, I can't watch women be oppressed. I don't want
this for my children.
No. So we know that they're still not divorced because they fucked up the paperwork 10 times. So
no, they haven't even done any paperwork.
Yeah, it's bad. No, I mean in real time.
Oh, yeah.
They're still not divorced.
I know.
So she says, when Ethan said it was done, I knew it was done. She said, I think I would have hung on and kept trying to make it work because I'm stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
But once he said it was over, it was over. And she says,
I gave her permission.
Yep. She says, I gave it my best and I know the mistakes I made, but at least I tried.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan is literally in the middle of a confessional saying he misses her when she comes in.
What the fuck was that?
Did nobody, the camera guy that was with Olivia didn't give the other camera guy a heads up?
We're here. We're about to knock on the door. And we see camera people flying all over this apartment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they have very tense small talk.
Oh my God. That was so uncomfortable because I've had that small talk.
Yeah.
I remember the last time my ex-husband came to my house to pick up something. And it was that kind of thing of we don't even know how to be in the same space anymore.
I didn't have any of this because once my ex-husband found his new girlfriend and left, pretty much never talked to me again. That was it. Yeah. Would not come and get his stuff. Would not come and get his animals. Nothing. Just left.
I have not spoken with my ex-husband since April of 2014. Fun fact, his aunt, and I don't care if this is public and if she happens to listen, his aunt looks at my LinkedIn profile once a quarter, and I don't know why. Every once in a while, you know how LinkedIn will say,
she wants to see if you've become the CEO of Little Miss Recap.
Maybe that's distinctly possible, but yeah, every once in a while, maybe a couple months,
maybe she's afraid you're going to get a job at Google and just get some sweet money.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's so bizarre.
No, my
because it happened yesterday. Yeah, it happened yesterday. Or I looked yesterday. It happened within the last couple of days because, LinkedIn will tell you who's looked at your profile. Yeah.
I think the hardest thing for me in my divorce was that my ex-husband that was it. That was it. And it was really? 10 years?
Yeah.
That's it? It was so weird. It was the weirdest thing. So she asks, they both look like they're going to cry. And I wrote, oh, wait, they are crying.
Mm-hmm.
She asks if he needs anything or, if there's any closure that he needs. And he says there is no closure.
My heart breaks for both of them.
He's very upset. He's very upset.
He's very upset.
She asks if he's still angry. And he says, yes, very.
Mm-hmm.
I just wrote, why? Why is he so angry?
Because she couldn't be who he wanted her to be.
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't capitulate.
Yeah.
And women in his culture capitulate. And she won't. And I think he still loves her. And just is why can't you do this? Why can't you do this?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is where we came from. Why can't you be there?
I agree. So he says, I sacrificed not having a relationship with my family, and you didn't think that was a sacrifice. And she said, that was the bare minimum.
Yeah. Your family was outwardly abusive to me.
Mm-hmm.
The bare minimum is to protect me from that.
And she says, I was not a good fit for you because I knew you were going to pick your family. And he says, that's because you made me choose.
No, she didn't make you choose. The thing that pisses me off about Ethan in this is he walks around like he had no agency.
Yeah, I know.
In this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She forced him to, disavow his family. No, she merely said, I'm not having them in my life.
Right.
And if you want to, that's fine. I'm not going to be a part of it. And every time your family starts interfering, our relationship gets worse and worse.
I also feel the need to clarify that my ex-in-laws were not like the Platts in any way.
Right.
I just want to
right.
my ex-mother-in-law is a very lovely person. I just want to clarify that.
She's no Kim Plath, is what you're saying.
No. Yes. Okay. So Olivia, basically, here's what's going on here. And I'm going to bring Janet in.
Okay. Oh God. Okay.
Janet always says, people who are angry at you because you've set a boundary, it's because they can't set boundaries themselves.
Right.
Ethan is angry at Olivia because she set a boundary with his mother that he could never set.
Nope.
Period.
Nope. They did flash back though to when Ethan was like yelling at his parents to not that's my wife and you can't talk. That was hot again. I know.
No, but he couldn't really set that boundary. He could yell and be performative about it, but he could never really set that boundary.
Nope.
No. And the problem is Kim Plath used the siblings as weapons in this boundary setting.
Kim Plath will use her children as use her children in any way, shape, or form that benefits her.
Yep. She never said, or she would never sacrifice and say, my kids' lives are better with Olivia in it. Because that's threatening to her.
Right.
Because she doesn't like Olivia.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, Olivia made, set it up so Ethan couldn't, have Kim take all his money.
Right. Exactly. Ugh. So, she says, I should have left a lot earlier. And he says, that would not have saved me any heartache. And Olivia says, so are you happy now with your family? He doesn't answer. Olivia comes back the next day. They sit down. Ethan tells the camera, when we talk, I'm hoping to get some answers. I feel like something needs to be resolved, but she seems not to care and has moved on so fast. This is hard. This is hard.
I know I've mentioned it before, and almost every city has that, like, are we dating the same guy Facebook groups?
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they're trying to see if like their boyfriend's stepping out on them or whatever.
Yeah.
Or somebody new they're interested in. Are they a dog? But a lot of women will ask for relationship advice. And there's a lot of people who are like, I just got out of a long-term relationship. I'm really heartbroken. He's dating someone new and it's been 3 months. And one of those popped up yesterday. And I said, look, like, I jumped right into dating after both of my divorces and realized fairly quickly it was too soon. And so I jumped back out.
Yeah.
But my jumping in was no reflection on my grief around my marriage. It was, I didn't want to be alone and I wanted someone to make me feel better.
Yes.
That's all it is.
100%. 100%.
And I think generally speaking, if you're healthy, you probably go, ooh, a little too soon. Need some time to heal those wounds, move forward, learn whatever I'm going to learn from that relationship. And I think that's where Olivia is. She's moving forward with her. She knows what she wants in her life.
The problem is Olivia was growing and Ethan wasn't.
Yeah. And she's going to continue to grow.
Yeah. And he if he truly loved her, he would see that and not want to hold her back. And I think he does truly love her.
I think he does too. But he doesn't know what that can look like. And so he doesn't know what to do with it. I hope Olivia goes to college.
I do too.
Because she said over and over again she wanted to go to college, and I hope she does.
That's the thing that enrages me about this. Like, I'm not saying that Micah couldn't make a great living installing fences, that Ethan couldn't make a great living working as a mechanic in a garage, but they also could go to school if they wanted to, and they were actively discouraged from going.
There were other options that were not available to them. There are other options that were not made available to them.
Yeah, like Ethan, you're right. I mean, he could be a fantastic engineer or architect or like he has such a good mechanical mind.
Yep.
His wings were clipped.
But not in the fun menace sort of way of
MILF
crutches. Yeah.
Okay. Let's put Ethan on MILF Manor, see what happens.
Oh, that would be really interesting. Let's put Ethan and Disco Mommy in a room together. And let's see what happens.
Wait a minute. If we put Micah on MILF Manor, does Barry Plath have to show up?
Ooh. No, we're going to find an uncle. We're going to find a drunkle. Micah will get a drunkle.
Who would Barry Plath try to pursue?
At the current MILF Manor?
Yeah.
Lynette's the only one.
Okay, I was trying to think who's the youngest. Because I feel like he likes a little young tail, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, none of these women are under the age of 40. So, like, they're all age appropriate for him.
He'd go with Zelda.
Oh, he might go with Zelda. But I don't think he could put up with the woohoo girl of Zelda.
That's true. He'd probably actually go for Kelly Mack.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, and this will only apply to people we rewatched MILF Manor last night because Todd had not watched it. When they announced that Sam and Eddie Munster had to leave, they were already wearing their jackets.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. You're fucking with us, MILF Manor.
I know. When I noticed that last night, I was like, oh, and I didn't want to say anything to Todd till they announced that they were leaving, but I'm like, they're wearing jackets already. Mm-hmm. They walk into the kitchen, everyone's like in t-shirts and stuff, and they have their jackets on.
Okay. Good eye. Eagle eye.
Didn't get it for the recording, but got it for this.
That's why you are top tier co-host.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So Ethan says, I was hoping that Olivia would change her mind. The minute I saw her, I changed mine.
Yeah.
And he says to her, can't we just make this work?
It's sad.
Ethan, you don't want this to work, honey. This is your pain choosing the easy way out. You don't want this to work.
You just don't want to be in pain anymore.
Right. In your heart, you know you're never going to be happy with Olivia.
No. More to the point, she's never going to be happy with you.
Right.
That's the bigger issue. She's never going to be happy with him.
Yes. I agree.
And as long as she capitulates, he's happy. But she can't do that because that will not make her happy.
I agree.
It's sad. I mean, this is why you don't get married when you're 18 to someone that you've only been allowed to write letters to for 3 years.
I know. And I think that's maybe why this brings up so much of my ex relationship too, is I started dating my ex-husband when I was 17.
Yeah. They were so young.
We were so young.
Ugh.
So young.
Yeah.
And I was going to grow and he wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, it's very similar.
Yeah. It's sad. But I'm happy we're back with the Plaths.
I love this show.
I love this show too.
I hate Mama Plath so much.
She's such a garbage person. Barry, I don't know how he's turned out to be the better parent, but here we are. And he might be a murderer. We don't know.
I need to see, what is the river in Cairo, Georgia?
I don't know. But that's what we're going to call him.
Yes. Okay, Cairo, Georgia. I'm looking it up. Okay, let's see. Oh, I don't think there's rivers. There's a Walmart. There's not a river.
Okay.
Mm-mm. You know what, though? There's a Mr. Chick. What's that?
What's a Mr. Chick?
What's Mr. Chick? It's a chicken restaurant.
Mm. Oh, we can get Jose to work there.
Yeah. Now there is a main road. There's I-93. Come on, what are we gonna name this guy? Should he be the Mr. Chick killer because he picks women up at Mr. Chick?
The South Georgia killer?
Mm-mm.
No,
I think he's the Mr. Chick killer.
Okay, he's the Mr. Chick killer. Okay, that's what we're going with.
I think he goes to Mr. Chick.
Okay,
he watches,
gets all hopped up on chicken, and then goes and kills somebody. No, here's what happens. Because he's so physically fitness minded, but he has an addiction to the chicken. So he's trying to like focus all of his rage into his exercise, but that doesn't always feed it. So then he has to go eat the chicken. But then he feels really bad about himself because he's eating the chicken and undoing all of the exercise and dieting he's doing. So now he has to go kill somebody to make up for it.
I really like that theory.
I think that works.
He's like hate binging.
He's hate binging, and then he feels so horrible. He has to lash out at somebody.
Mm-hmm. He is the Mr. Chick killer.
Mr. Chick killer.
You heard it here first, folks.
Oh, God, if we ever find out there's a serial killer in that part of the world, I'm going to die.
Again, we kid. We don't really think he killed somebody. Don't come after us.
Yes. He's just a weirdo.
Don't come after us, Barry Plath.
He's scary. He's a murderer. We can't have him coming after us.
We love you. No, we don't.
The Mr. Chick killer.
All right, guys. If you haven't already, join our Facebook group, Backdoor Friends. It's something in there.
It is. We're over 1,700 people now.
It's wild.
It's wild. It's great. We have a great time.
We really do. And join us on Patreon, Supercast, or Apple subscriptions, where we're doing Gypsy Rose, we're doing Sister Wives Rewatch, and we're doing My So-Called Life is dropping.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Sure is.
And what else are we doing there? Love After Lockup is going to be there in like another week.
We have we've got all kinds of stuff coming.
All sorts of stuff coming. Murder Club dropped this week. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that. It was full of non-facts and nonsense.
I was going to say, we did a whole lot of conversating about anything but the Karen Reed case, really.
We really did.
Conversating.
Yeah.
Which is a word these people use too.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Take care, everyone.